Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, Jonesboro. This is KLEK 102.5 FM. You are listening to Community Conversations. My name is Micah Simone. We are joined here with our lovely Miss Quabila Jones-Harden and Miss Gina Gomez, as well as Leo Braslavskey.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So, Miss Gina, it's been a year since you've been here, and so I'm excited to have you back to give us updates on the Hispanic Center and everything that's been going on, as much as we can fit into this hour. So, without further ado, we want you to please reintroduce yourself, and since this is Leo's first time, introduce yourself as well.
Okay, I'm Gina Gomez. I'm the Executive Director for Hispanic Community Services. Buenos días.
Okay, I'm Leo. I'm the Finance Director at the Hispanic Center, and buenos dias to everyone, too.
So you handle all the money, making sure it's going to where it's supposed to.
Wish we had all the money.
Okay.
All right. We're just going to kick it off with a couple of the programs that you offer within the Hispanic Community Center. Could you give us a little bit about your position as director?
I just oversee the different activities and programs that we offer, not just for the Hispanic community, but in general for the community of Jonesboro. Since last year's interview, we had a couple of partnerships that we started. We have the second year for the Girls Enrichment Program with the Junior Auxiliary, and now it's starting. It used to be for girls 7th through 9th grade, and now we are starting to work with high school students as well. We also had the first year we just finished our first year for our HELP program, and that's Hispanic Emerging Leaders program.
Okay.
So we had a pilot with Jonesboro Public Schools where we had 10 high school students participating for a GR leadership program. And we took them to different places and provided the opportunity for them to experience and have contact with mentors within the Hispanic community that will teach them or show them different possibilities when looking into their career paths.
That's wonderful.
So alongside those different opportunities that you awarded them, what were some of the places that you visited?
Well, we took them to city offices in Little Rock and visited the Central High School and toured different places in Little Rock that we consider for educational purposes. We also visited the Clinton Center in Little Rock, and then locally we visited Arkansas State University, the recruitment office, and multicultural offices. Companies and Hytrol. We also visit. I forgot what's the hospital, San Bernard Hospital. They were very gracious to us to provide a tour for our children. So there was exposition to different areas for the kids.
Well, that's good. That's really good. What was some of the feedback that you received from the girls alongside the visits?
They just love it because it was a new opportunity for them, and also to meet people that otherwise they wouldn't meet, and also to learn about opportunities that they have for the ones that were seniors, and some scholarship opportunities and other possibilities for them to continue their college career.
That's really nice. It's something to look forward to, especially if you're a young girl listening or a parent of a young girl listening, to be a part of the Hispanic Community Center. If you don't know anything about it just yet, you just learned a little bit. So Mr. Leo, could you give us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so can we specify a little bit more?
Okay, what is your role? I know you said that you are mainly the financial officer with the Hispanic Center, but you've also done some work with us here at KLEK. So tell us about that.
That was mainly volunteer work, but we tried to help Mr. Cato here with his Spanish. I hope we did.
He's still learning.
All right.
He's bilingual now.
He's bilingual now. So no, what I do basically is I help with the administrative part. As we say, Gina runs the programs and I run the office.
Okay.
Try to get everything up and standing. All the administrative part. I work with grants. I work with fundraising. Basically, do payroll, bookkeeping, and everything related to the accounting and financial part of the center. Now we had a big project, probably you've heard of that. We're expanding to a new facility. So we've been working on the capital campaign with that, on all the projects, the construction of that building.
Okay.
Getting the funds, organizing everything that needs to be ready for the new building.
So is it going to be bigger than the one you're on now, or roughly the same size?
It's expected to be double the size that
Ooh.
we have.
Will it be upstairs as well, or just one
No,
level?
just one level.
Awesome.
But also we'll have opportunities to expand in the future and to have activities outside that we don't have right now in our actual facility.
That is wonderful. And if anyone would like to visit the facility where you are now, what is the address to there?
Where we are right now is 311 West Huntington.
Okay.
It's in the corner of Huntington and Madison.
Okay.
And we are moving to 211 Van Dyne. That is in the corner of Van Dyne and Cave Streets.
Okay. Is it still close to the
Pretty
downtown?
close.
Okay.
Yes, the downtown area.
Will you be moving completely, or will that be a two-site?
No. We actually we sold our building. We are renting it out right now, so we are ready to move to our new facility.
Okay.
All right. So we've been going through the Facebook page. So let's talk about some of the programs. There was one that we pulled up, actually a job opportunity.
The one that we just looked at on the flyer called Full-Time Delta Corps position available at the Hispanic Center. The youth program assistant duties will include interpreting, translating, teaching English and or Spanish classes, providing tutoring to elementary, middle, and junior high students, providing transportation to youth program participants using HCSI van, reporting on number of clients served as well as other necessary data. Program benefits. Could you, just in case someone is interested in this, what are some of the personal aspects that someone should bring to the table whenever they're applying for this position?
Well, I think that it's very important to keep in mind that these are considered volunteer positions, even though volunteers they get a stipend and also education award and benefits. You definitely need to be somebody that is oriented to volunteer work and community-oriented work.
Okay.
And of course, it says interpreting, translating, teaching English and Spanish or Spanish classes. So someone needs to be bilingual.
Yes.
Okay.
These are 3 positions that we are hiring starting in September.
Okay.
This is our 2nd year with Delta Corps Volunteer, Delta Corps program, I'm sorry. We have had an AmeriCorps program for about 5 years already, and we relay in those programs. We are looking for volunteers that love working with children and that will be able to provide interpretations for English, Spanish, and also translations that will be able to interpret for people during health settings or legal issues and things like that.
Okay. And just to touch on a little bit of the program benefits, this will be bi-weekly living allowance, education award following completion, healthcare insurance, and childcare. Must be a permanent resident or a citizen. Please contact Gina, g@jhcsi.org, or call 870-926-118 for more information. And you said something about legal situations or legal issues. What are some of the attitudes of the community right now?
Well, We have been providing legal services for about a year already. We have an immigration attorney that works on site. So we deal with immigration issues such as family petitions, or people that are working on getting work visas. Also, deferred action children that need renewal on their DACAs. Basically, right now, you know, the immigration situation has been a hot topic.
Yes.
So we try to support our community by providing professional guidance. We don't want to be irresponsible in filling out forms or doing things that we are not prepared to do.
Okay.
And our governing board has been really serious about that, and if not, because we provide those services through an immigration attorney, we just don't provide those at the Hispanic Center.
That's wonderful. So do you feel that with the help that you're receiving from the attorney, have the people become a little more comfortable? And you know, we've seen different stories all over, and we're not going to try to make this a big legal, political topic, but you know, you do work with a part of the population that some people don't know how, or don't know how to communicate with. So we're very grateful that you are in place, along with the organization that Mr. David Nunez runs. You are able to help the individuals understand some of the things that are going on. Have people become a little more relaxed with your help?
I think so. I think that times usually help. Right now it's not as bad as it was in January or February.
Okay.
We were pretty busy in the provision of our legal services. What I can say is we have different, we have families having, you know, tough time with immigration issues. I can invite people just to learn about the process.
Okay.
Make sure that they don't get in trouble that will affect them and put them in a deportation process.
Okay.
But also, I encourage the general community to get informed, because many times you just criticize people without knowing the facts. And it's easy to criticize people that is undocumented just because you don't know the circumstances that force them to come to this country without documents.
That's right.
I'm not saying that that's fine, that that's okay. But sometimes when you have specific situations that are really hard for you and your family, you make those decisions, and while making those decisions, you are deciding for your children too.
Okay.
So just get informed on the process. I have different people that just tell me why these Hispanics just don't go to the Social Security office and get a Social Security number. We wish it was as easy as that, but it's not. So get informed. You don't have to agree, and that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
But we can always respect each other and communicate.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Agreed.
All right, so we're going to try to lighten the mood up a little. You know, we don't want, like I said, we don't want to get too political.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of programs that you offer during the summer for children. And Mr. Leo, are you hands-on with a lot of these programs as well?
I try to be as much as I can.
Okay. I see one. Where's this? There's a program, I guess, La Escuelita.
Escuelita.
Escuelita? Okay, so explain that one a little bit more.
What does that mean? What does that translate into?
Actually, La Escuelita is a program that runs the whole year. We have La Escuelita during the year and La Escuelita summer camp.
Okay.
Now we're having the summer camp part. During the year, it's an after-school program. Kids come and do their homework from 3 to 6. We pick them up at school. They come, do their homework. They eat or get a healthy snack. They get some time for recreation, and after that, we drop them off at their house. Okay. Until last semester, we had issues with transportation. We only had one van. We had around 30 kids enrolled. Now we're getting a second van, thanks to donations from First Community Bank and several different other donors, individual donors.
That is awesome.
And so in the new facility, we'll have more space for the kids. We'll bring more kids with our transportation system, with our fleet, and they'll have more room and a better playground to play too.
Okay. With that second van, do you also see an increase in volunteers?
I think so. Sometimes we have more volunteers than what we really need for a particular day with the after school program, and it's just because we cannot take any more children.
Okay.
Bringing more children, I think that will bring more volunteers. More opportunities for us, because we are having a lot of conflicts with space right now at the Hispanic Center. So many times you have all those requests from volunteers, but it's just impossible to place them at the Hispanic Center because we don't have enough rooms.
Okay.
So we have to increase our volunteer numbers.
Okay. So moving into the new building would be very beneficial.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
absolutely. And we are so looking forward to being our new facility.
And we can't wait to come and see it.
You will be invited to our big opening.
Alrighty. Well, thank you.
So, with the program that you all do for young women, with the new facility, will there come maybe a program for young men as well?
Well, the junior auxiliary, that is the one that really runs the program, we are partnering with them, they work just with girls. So, and usually they don't meet at the Hispanic Center, they will take the girls to different places. But it doesn't mean that we cannot have that program with any other group or just ourselves at the Hispanic Center, because to be honest with you, the boys always complain because they say that we provide more opportunities for the girls, and that's completely true.
But we have the help too. The Hispanic
Yes, we-
Emerging Leaders Program, that's for both genders. We have kids, guys and girls there.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm looking at some of the pictures, and this particular one, they're playing with Legos. And it looks like they're having a lot of fun. You don't play with the Legos.
It's been a while since I don't play Legos.
That is a great partnership that we have with Arkansas State University during the summer with the Summer Academy. And they have invited 10 of our children to participate on the Lego camp. And they are participating this week. And it's a free opportunity given to us that we really appreciate, because they are having a lot of fun.
That's
They are
wonderful.
loving it.
That is amazing.
So are they on campus all day? Like, what's the time
We are
frame?
providing transportation to them. We pick them up at home and take them to a state. The camp runs from 1:30 to 5, and then we pick them up and go take them back home.
Now, does Arkansas State provide them a snack or a refreshment of some kind?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay.
I know they go and play, and they come and talk about all they playing, but I don't know if they get.
Okay. You know, before we got on air, you were talking about a science aspect to some of the programs that you do. And I'm looking back at some previous things that you have done back last week. Well, July 7th, you did a class or a session on entomology, which is that the study of like insects, bugs, and all things like that.
Yes. Well, this is another partnership that we have with Arkansas State University, the Arkansas Bioscience Institute.
Okay.
And this is the neat thing that you can see about the Hispanic Center in Jonesboro. The Hispanic Center is not just for the Hispanic community. And this is an example of that. The ABI has a program that is the Bridge program, where they have students coming to work and research during the summer, ASU students. And then we have partnered so they can provide those students with the opportunity to work with the community. So this is a win-win situation, because the state students come and work with our children in the Hispanic Center, and they do all these activities science related. So our children love it. They have all these opportunities and activities, educational and fun activities. But at the same time, the A-State students have the opportunity to interact with the community that otherwise they wouldn't have.
That is really wonderful. I'm glad that you all are also providing a platform for individuals to interact and help bridge the gaps, and to help learn about another culture that they may have prejudged, overlooked, or whatever the case may be.
Yes, and that's very important, because many times the general community, they just think that the Hispanic Center is there just to help the Hispanic community, but that is not true. We have many internship opportunities with A-State, where usually We have students from different countries, or we have students, American students that come and work their internship at the Hispanic Center because they have the opportunity to work hands-on with our children, or just to experience what working with the Hispanic community is about.
Okay. And I see that you have an event coming up on the 14th of July. Have you ever wondered where medicine comes from?
That's part of the science and workshops that we are having with the ABI.
And with that, will it be more so like a seminar? Will it be hands-on?
Hands-on activities.
Hands-on
Yes,
activities?
Yes. We have Dr. Fabricio Medina Bolivar with the Arkansas Bioscience Institute leading this session. They bring their bridge students and then provide different opportunities for us.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. We're about to go to a break, and when we come back, we'll get more in tune, I guess, with the different programs that you offer, and dive a little deeper within the conversation. Ms. Gabila, do you have anything to add?
No, I'm just really enjoying it so far, so I hope you all stay tuned. You can give us a call at 870-277-1080 to join our conversation or watch our Facebook live stream.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Is your son a warrior or a wimp? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. Everyone knows that moms have a unique relationship with their sons. They want to protect their sons, nurture their sons, and rescue their sons in any and every situation. But sometimes this leads them to raise a mama's boy. So how can you build up your son to be a warrior, not a wimp? First, understand that warriors are not couch potatoes. Your son is designed for activity, adventure, and boldness. Second, understand that warriors are not coddled. It's important to allow your son the space to feel masculine and independent by avoiding the tendency to rush to his rescue. Be passionate about raising a warrior, and remember, your family first.
For more resources on today's topic, go to markmerrill.com.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
House of Details, located at 3217 Herb Street, Suite C, is a proud supporter of KLEK, offering detailing on any type of vehicle: waxing, clear coat protection, basic wash, hand wash, shampoo, interior cleaning, buffering, headlight restoration, pickup, delivery, and more. With a motto of, anything mean, we can clean. Details available via Quentin Bogard at 870-273-5187. House of Details on Facebook and houseofdetailsjonesboro.com.
KLEK 102.5 FM wants to be active in the community. If you or your organization is hosting a community service event, we would like to know about it and be a part of it. KLEK will promote your event on air, online, and on social media. KLEK personalities may also attend the event and provide music and or entertainment. Certain restrictions and availability may apply. If you or your organization would like to partner with KLEK to make the Jonesboro community a better place, call 870-277-1080 or email us at klek@klekfm.org. In order for a community announcement or church announcement to be aired on KLEK 102.5 FM, we ask that the announcement be sent at minimum 1 week in advance. Thank you for supporting KLEK 102.5 FM.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations. Right now we're taking selfies, as you can see our live stream. I see we're really enjoying this conversation today.
We have too much fun.
It's a Latin party.
I wish they had brought some tamales or some flan or something.
Yeah.
Or tequila.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, sir.
So I see speaking of tamales and all of the wonderful things that you have to offer, I see here that you have a shop option, a shop now. what exactly is for purchase? I guess for those that are on Facebook and can look at your site.
Usually, we do a lot of fundraisers.
Okay.
Tamale sale, cake sale, the pork steak sale. As any non-profit organization, part of the resources that we bring financially are from fundraising.
Okay. And if you have not had the tamales, you're missing out. I've had them for the past, oh my gosh, I know 10 plus years.
Yes.
I'm blessed for somebody to give me some, or I purchased some. They're homemade tamales. Oh my God. They are wonderful with a little bit of sauce and a little bit of creamer. Maybe a little bit of cheese sprinkled, but they're great by themselves. So I must say.
Mexican tamales.
And I see that you've added flan to your list. Is that a monthly, year-round thing or a special occasion thing?
No, we do sell tamales and flan at the same time.
Flan is good.
Okay, so it's
So
flan.
you can order tamales and flan, or tamales or flan, you know?
Okay, that is wonderful. So if you're looking for another way to support another organization, here you go. You get some great food and you're supporting the programs that the Hispanic Center has to offer. They're nonprofits, so all the money they raise goes back into the community in which they serve.
Yes, ma'am. Also, I noticed that whenever you do click on the Shop Now on their Facebook page, which is Centro Hispano in Jonesboro, if you want to go follow them or like their page, hit the Shop Now button and you can donate now. They've
so you
raised,
just make a donation.
Yes.
And it says sponsor a child 2016-2017 La Escuelita. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And also in here, as I was reading the description of your center, you provide education for young children. So does that include children that want to learn Spanish?
Yes, we provide Spanish classes for children and adults.
Okay.
During the summer we have a Spanish camp. That's a week long for children 6 to 12 years. They come Monday to Friday from 9 to 12, and we have a specific topic that we cover each day. But it is a fun way to learn Spanish. So instead of being a regular Spanish class, they come and they play, they eat, and while they are doing that, they are learning Spanish words, Spanish vocabularies, and they are also learning about Hispanic culture.
We've had conversations with educators before, and they feel that children who learn maybe a second language or who expand their learning at an early age have a better start in their education. Like, it benefits them later on in their education because they're able to, their thought process, their critical thinking, it's, how can I say, it's better. That's not the word I'm looking for.
I believe it does, though. If I don't know, if you ask me, how do I say this? It increases the quality of life when you're able to communicate with, a variety of people instead of just what you know within your household.
Well, I think that in past years it was a luxury to speak a second language, but right now it's a need. So if you are not able to speak two languages, I think that you are just getting behind.
Okay.
And with time it will be more and more. So I really encourage people, of course, I think that knowing Spanish is very important, but even if you don't want to learn Spanish, just go ahead and learn a second language or have your children learning a second language.
Besides, you see that the job market is getting tougher and tougher.
Yes, it is.
We have plenty of immigrants that are bilingual, so if we don't get our kids educated in both languages, on two languages to start with, then we're making it harder for them in the future.
Wow. I know that most people may think Hispanic individuals come from Mexico, but there's a lot of other countries that people come from that speak Spanish. So what are some of the other areas that individuals come from that you work with?
Well, we have 20 Latin American countries just for people to get informed. So it's not like if you speak Spanish you're from Mexico. We serve, the largest population we serve, they are from Mexico, but we also serve people from Central America, Honduras, Guatemala, Salvador,
Wow.
And a small percentage from South America,
Now,
as we are.
Is the language different, or the dialect different? Even in Central America, the different countries, is the dialect different?
The dialects vary by region, so
Okay.
in every country, and sometimes within a country, you have different dialects too.
So you have to adjust your way of communicating with other individuals, and you have to find a common ground, a middle ground. To
That's
communicate.
pretty funny. You never think about that until you experience it, because we have people from different nationalities working at the Hispanic Center, just the two of us. I'm
Okay, so
from
where-
Colombia.
I'm from Argentina.
Argentina. Oh wow.
And we have a girl from Mexico, we have a lady from Costa Rica, but it's always like we have different words for the same thing, or we have words with different meanings, and we are like, what are you talking about?
I mean, it's funny. We embrace the differences. We have fun with that.
That is wonderful.
The only thing that we can say is that the best Spanish is the Colombian.
Oh, you will have great coffee.
That's what they think.
We just make fun of that all the time.
Oh my goodness. So if someone comes to intern or volunteer, would you encourage them to also not only know the language or get to know the language, but get to learn the culture as well?
That is very important, because they have that opportunity while volunteering at the Hispanic Center. It's not just being able to communicate in Spanish, it's just to learn about the culture,
Okay.
how to reach out your clients, how to work with the Hispanic community in the medical field. But something that we always tell volunteers, and especially students that are working their internship, if you are coming to the Hispanic Center to practice Spanish, you really need to do it. You need to speak Spanish.
Okay.
If you are working with our children in the after-school program, you have to kind of force our children to speak Spanish. Otherwise, they are not going to speak Spanish to you. If you are not taking the initiative, our kids are lazy and they are used to speak English. So they are not going to like that. They just prefer to start speaking in English, and you really need to ask them to speak Spanish to you.
I remember once upon a time when I was taking Spanish, I believe Spanish 1 or Spanish 2 in high school, we had a no English line. That whenever you cross this line, there's no more English. And whenever you want to speak English, you have to wait until you're either in the hallway or after class. But
Smart.
we had to say everything. May I go to the restroom in Spanish? May I raise, do whatever in Spanish? We had to do it all in Spanish. So.
That's very important. And sometimes there are some parents that don't see or don't understand the importance that it has for their children in the future. I mean, it's not just that you are Hispanic, so you are bilingual. Not necessarily. We have a lot of Hispanic kids that don't speak Spanish, and that's a big mistake. So, like during the summer program, we ask the children to work on their Spanish, and it's not being able to speak Spanish. You need to learn how to write and read in Spanish.
Okay.
So when we ask them to write a sentence or a journal before they start doing some games or things like that, they don't like the idea. Because, as I say, they have to think twice to know how to write it and things, and they don't like it. But sometimes you need to force them a little bit.
I think when they get older, they will appreciate you. I hate to say making them, but pushing them.
Especially because when they are children, they just absorb as a sponge. When they get older, they become shy to speak in Spanish if they cannot do it perfectly, or just for job opportunities. If they are not able to write a letter in Spanish, it's like you are not bilingual.
Now, I want to ask this because, like she mentioned, Micah mentioned she took Spanish in high school, and in most high schools it's a requirement you take a foreign language, and in college it's also a requirement that you take a foreign language. And I'm sure that you you have probably seen some of the curriculum and maybe laugh at it because it's very basic and very different than actually having a conversation with someone.
Yes, only can speak about that.
Leo's trying to be nice.
To be honest with you, we just think that it's very basic. I mean, I don't think that still people see in this area the importance of learning a second language has. There is a lot of emphasis on learning about, computers, technology, IT, all these things that our kids are just, savvy on those things. But learning a second language is something that always is the second.
Okay. We have to remember that education is targeted to an area, right? Okay. And usually Arkansans were not used to, coming out of Arkansas.
Yeah.
So they were targeted as, the population that would stay, that they didn't need more resources than what they had here. But now, every day that goes by, we have more and more Arkansans going out. So we need to adapt that educational system too, for them to understand that there's a world out there, different languages, different cultures.
Wow.
And I like to see that there are different initiatives, like in the last years, Arkansas State University has been active in providing opportunities for the students to travel abroad, because that's something that the students used not to know, they didn't used to travel and don't even get a passport. You will find a lot of people that the farthest place they've been to is Memphis, Little Rock, and we definitely need to encourage our students to travel and to get to know other cultures and experience more things.
I think there's one program, was a grant, the Fulbright grant. I think that offers a lot of students the opportunities to go to other countries and be immersed in the cultures and the language. And even though they're teaching English as a second language, I think they'll get a lot of benefits out of being there as well.
Yes.
Learning from the individuals that they're teaching.
So what are some of your methods for teaching the children English or Spanish? Do you allow the children to tutor each other and vice versa? How does that work whenever you're converting a child and pushing them?
Yes, we try to work with, both, and just trying to have them helping each other. We have different children that come from Hispanic countries that they are new in the country and they don't know how to speak English. So we kind of use other kids to help them with their homework.
Okay. Do you get involved, you came and did the Spanish minutes with us. Do you get involved with teaching the children as well?
Not too much, not too much. I do more of the clerical stuff there. But whenever we have Spanish classes out of the office, I try to work there off-site.
Okay. And we also had the opportunity to meet Miss Rosie.
Yes.
Yeah, so does she work hands-on with the children more?
She's one of our Delta course members, and she works with the after-school program during the regular school year and also during the summer. She also does, she teaches Spanish classes for children.
Okay.
And she's from Costa Rica.
She's from Costa, wow, a whole another country. So does she say some things that are maybe different than what you all say as well?
Yes.
That's amazing. So I can't wait to come and see you all when I start taking Spanish. Hopefully you can help me increase my conversation skills.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to it. When are the classes for adults?
Our next courses will be starting in August.
August?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll post the information on our Facebook page.
Okay.
And we'll make sure to share it on the KLK on different social media sites so the community can become aware and sign up, hopefully.
Just come and have fun with us while learning Spanish.
Okay. Do you have any more community events coming up, festivals, or what's coming up for this year?
Any partnerships or anything?
We have the soccer tournament coming October 7th. We have an international soccer tournament. It's a 7th edition. We've done it 6 times before. It was a real success. We have a great part of the soccer community here in Jonesboro playing. They have fun. They bring their families. Sometimes we have a snack. I like to grill. When we have a soccer tournament, they don't let me because they tell me it's a waste of time. But I love to do it.
What do you put on the grill?
Yeah, it's just sausages,
Any corn?
chorizos.
Argentinians love
Yeah, Argentina's meat. We love meat. But usually, we have all our families coming. They have a good day. It's a one-day soccer cup. We start at 8 or 9 in the morning, and we finish at 2 or 3. We get a champion in one day.
Oh, wow.
Get to play the group stage and then the playoffs. It's a lot of fun.
Definitely keep us informed on that date
And
and
we'll
where
send
the
you a flyer.
location. All right.
And then we have the Day of the Dead. That comes in November.
Yes.
It's a pretty unique event.
Dia de los Muertos?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping you would say it just a little bit louder.
Dia de los Muertos?
You can expand on that.
From what we see on TV and other publications, it's a very lively event, but people may have some misconceptions about what that event actually is. So, explain more about what the Day of the Dead is.
Well, this is a tradition that celebrated in Mexico, and it will be, it's actually November the 2nd, and what the day means is just to honor the people that are deceased, and that just is a special day where you remember them for some special things that they used to do. So they make an altar that is a table where you put pictures of those individuals that are important to you, or even your dogs or things like that, because I've seen all kind of things in the altar. And then you decorate the altar with special foods or things that just make you remember this special person.
Now, I know that sugar skulls are a big part of this celebration. Do you make your own, or do you buy them pre-made?
We buy them.
Okay.
Yes, but Mexican individuals, they know how to make them.
Okay.
And this is a big tradition in Mexico, and we are happy we started this celebration last year because we try to bring something that is cultural, but also that is fun and allow us to raise funds for the Hispanic Center.
Okay.
We just try to do of these events something that is educational for the community. So showing a little bit of more positive aspects about the Hispanic culture instead of all the negativity that sometimes you see around when talking about the Hispanics.
Mm-hmm. So how did the Day of the Dead celebration get started? What's the history behind it?
Well, what I just shared is not a big celebration in Colombia, to be honest, and I don't think it is in Argentina either.
Okay.
So we kind of learn from our Mexican friends about the celebration. There are things like that are pretty unique from different countries that you just don't know, and you come and learn here. I didn't have any idea about that when I was living in Colombia.
Okay.
So, do you all have any plans, or have you ever done a Day of Culture type, event where you share things about Argentina, you share things about Colombia, you allow the other people, like Ms. Rose from Costa Rica, the individuals from Mexico? Do you all ever have you ever planned a festival like that?
We used to do it before, the multicultural dinner and dance. We had different foods from different countries, music from different countries, and people got to come and enjoy and learn from different cultures.
Well, if you ever to do another one, please let us know. I would love to come.
Have you all partnered with the Multicultural Center of Arkansas State University?
Yes, we partner with them every year.
Okay.
We just met with her new Yvette, the new director.
Okay.
And we are just looking forward to start working with her and bringing some events to the community and trying to have the Hispanic Students Association or group that is more active, because it's been really tough to get that group active.
Okay. I know that Arkansas State University is starting a new social dance curriculum class, and Mr. Leo, since you're from Argentina, most Hispanic or Latin American countries are known for their dancing. So do you dance?
I don't dance. You can ask Gina about dancing.
They are not good in dancing.
So where does the merengue come from?
I'm sorry.
I know that's
Dominican Republic.
Okay, the Dominican Republic. Okay.
We are really strong with merengue.
All right.
Right now we're going to go to another break. We have about 20 seconds. If you could look at our live stream or call in at 870-277-1080. Once again, that telephone number is 870-277-1080. And we'll be right back after these messages.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. It may be time to shut down the Bank of YOU. Here's how to stop being a human ATM. First, never lend money you can't afford to give away. When anyone asks to borrow money from you, always ask yourself, what would happen if they don't pay you back? If you do lend, only lend from discretionary funds. That's whatever you have left over after you put money towards your savings, your debt, your emergency fund, and retirement, and you paid all of your bills and expenses. If there's no money left, that means no lending. If you really care about them, encourage independence. Don't enable dependency. Constantly bailing others out of financial jams doesn't really help them in the long run. If someone is always in financial trouble, the best you can do is direct them to online resources like blackenterprise.com or debtadvice.org to help them change their habits. Whatever you do, stop making their money problems your responsibility. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
The McDaniel Law Firm, 400 South Main Street in Jonesboro, is a firm believer in justice and equality for the minority community. The McDaniel Law Firm has fought for our rights for over 44 years. The McDaniel Law Firm offers legal help for wrongful death as well as trucking and automobile accidents. Bobby and Brett McDaniel are available for a free consultation at 870-336-4747 or at www.mcdaniellawyer.com.
Arkansas Early Learning offers child care activities and educational programs to children ages 0 to 5. That gives them a head start in life. Arkansas Early Learning is in the community at no cost. Applications at arearlylearning.org. That's arearlylearning.org or on Facebook at Arkansas Early Learning.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
Starks Auto Plaza, your pre-owned superstore, is a longtime supporter of KLEK. 2829 Red Wolf Boulevard, Starks offers clean, reliable vehicles of all makes and models. Starks also offers no-hassle pricing, friendly service, financing options with approved credit. At Starks, you're always family, and our motto is, we never say no. 870-203-9980. StarksAutoPlaza.com.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations. Once again, we were enjoying ourselves off screen, off air. We were talking a little bit about the dance culture in the Hispanic community before we went to break. Is there anything else you would like to add about that, such as, what's appropriate and not so appropriate?
Dancing, I can say that we Colombians love to dance.
Okay.
That's one of the things that is really a characteristic from Colombian people is that we love to dance.
Okay.
And I think that is something that general with the Latin people, it's always, about music and partying and having fun,
We would love to see more classes. In some bigger cities, they offer dance classes, once a week or whatever. But I would love to see it expand here. We need to represent all the cultures that live here. Jonesboro is made up of a lot of different individuals, so
it would be a mess.
It would be a mess.
It will be a fun mess.
We can learn as we go and learn from each other. I would love to see a big multicultural event because I know we have individuals from Africa that live here, you know, the Hispanic culture. Then we have some Asian Americans. So I would love to see every culture represented at some point.
I would love to see some, you know, a place where you can just get together. If you want to experience more like the Latin, you know, beat and things like that, you just have to go to Memphis or Little Rock in order to do that. So I wish we had a place that it was more like that type of, you know, inviting to other cultures.
Well, maybe we need to put a plug into the Fowler Center and see if they can bring in more of those, more plays that cater to the different population, the different individuals that live here within the city.
Yeah, because we will be having that meeting soon, and maybe that's something that we can, you know, speak on. Just expounding the cultural aspect of the Fowler Center just a little bit more.
Yes.
The Hispanic population keeps growing, so
It does.
looking into the future, definitely that's something that you have to consider.
Okay. Do you, like, speaking of, we met with a lady named Miss Les Christensen. She works for the Bradbury Art Museum that's located within the Fowler Center. And they focus a lot on the visual aspect of art. Some perform, not really performing arts, but the visual, you know, artwork. Do you ever highlight local artists that are Hispanic artists? I mean, is it something that, do you have any individuals that like to showcase their work, that have expressed the love for painting, drawing, or whatever medium they choose?
Yes, we have some individuals, and that's one of the things that we were talking when planning for our new facility.
Okay.
We really want to have the opportunity to expose the work they do in our new building. So we are working on that right now. There is an artist who is from Mexico, and he's working on a design for us to have a tile in one of the walls for our building. But yes, definitely that's something that we need to really work on and try to promote artists, Hispanic artists in the area.
I always see beautiful artwork within the Hispanic restaurants. And I always wonder, like, how did they get this glass to do this? This is amazing. These wonderful colors and the way they marry each other and just are very harmonious within, I guess, the painting or however they, you know, create it. Yes, because it's a mystery to me, and I would love to see that either in person or, you know, just see how it's done or understand better where it comes from, the passion. And
I remember we had the opportunity to bring a Cuban American artist for one of our fundraisers about 3 years ago, and it was just a success. He came and he painted a nice, you know, piece live, and then we auctioned it. But it was just a great opportunity to see him in action.
Interesting. I wonder if in the future we could see him do any murals. You know how we have the mural painting downtown?
Yes.
That'd be wonderful to have that done.
We have a Facebook message from Mr. Joe Jones Jr. He posted, "Jody, give me a hug, love." I don't know who that's in reference to. And then he asked, "What type of music do you play there?" Where are you talking about, Mr. Joe? Maybe at the Hispanic Center, or
who is Mr. Joe?
He's just someone who left a message on our Facebook live stream.
Okay.
So I don't know. Do you play music throughout the day at
the facility?
We do individually.
Individually.
Playing on station music all day while I work.
Usually we prefer salsa, merengue, bachata,
or the Despacito. Despacito sounding everywhere.
You know.
Okay. So is that the different sounds of music that we're speaking of? The macheta and the I don't know how to pronounce the others. I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to definitely come visit you all and have you give us class on as much as possible.
Yes.
So that we
You're welcome.
So that we can be more informed.
Although we have a larger facility, we can dance there.
Yes. What are your hours of operation?
You want to share?
We work Monday through Friday from 1 to 5, and Wednesdays and Fridays we work in the morning from 9 to 12.
Okay.
That's basically when we are open to the public. Also on Saturdays from 9 to 1, but we work full time.
Work full time. Okay. Well, we can't thank you enough, Miss Gina, and I hope it's not another year before we get you back in the studio. And Mr. Leo, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you
for joining
Well,
us.
thank you for inviting us, and it's great to see the success that you have had during this year. And I wish you to just continue growing. And this is such a great work that you are doing for the community of Jonesboro.
Thank you.
And the same to you all. So thank you so very much.
I hope to see you back whenever your grand opening is approaching, so we can, do a little segment on that.
We'll let you know. It's expected to be first or second week of September, but you will get an invitation to come and join us for this important day.
All right, and that was our segment on Community Conversations today. This is KLEK
Thank you.
102.5
Community
FM.
Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants